Hey guys, I wanted to give you another update on how our building progress is going. There have been some amazing changes and some amazing progress that's happened. If you missed our first video that was really extensive, I would encourage you to go back and look at that. This is just going to highlight some of the things that have changed since that last video. As I walk in through what will be the entrance to our new building, you'll notice that now we have drywall in and around our kids area. These are the younger age kids classes, so follow me, we'll take a peek inside. Over to the side here, this will be our first time guest place, or if you're first time, you want to know where to go, you start here. We'll have our kids registration area over on this side. But then if you have a child who's in like birth through pre-K, this is the area that you would come into. This is the doorway right here that would lock during service to keep your kids safe. And then you come in, this is the area that if you have already registered your child, you will sign them in. You can use the little iPad kiosk and different things for checking your child in. This room over here is for our nursery area. There will be a window here for parents who want to peek in on their kids without their kids being able to know that they're there. We've got a resource room. We've got 2 bathrooms in here, just in this space. Then we've got another this is like the toddler room, and in here they have direct access to their very own bathroom. Each of these classrooms have direct access straight outside. We've got a third classroom right here that's been framed out, and we have one way in, one way out. So not only does that help with flow, but that helps with all of the CDC guidelines for physical distancing. As we come into this hallway, back down this way, this is our cry room. Inside the cry room is where we will also have a nursing mother's room over just to the side here. So just kind of a reminder of what we've got there. Down this way is where we'll have some volunteer central spacing. Everything is kind of getting framed out down that way. Follow me through here. A reminder, this is the women's restroom, men's restroom. But something that I'm really excited about is we have stairs now. When you saw the last video, there was no way of getting from the first floor to the second floor. Now we have stairs that have been fabricated with just kind of a temporary railing. Don't worry, the 2x4s there aren't going to be the actual handrail that go up to the landing for the elevator. Now that's what's happening here. And I just want to have you follow me as we walk into the auditorium. So this will be our main entrance going into our auditorium. There'll be double doors here, single doors on either side. You enter in underneath the stadium seats right here, and you can choose which direction that you want to go. And for the sake of today, let's go this way. So just similar to like if you've been to certain movie theaters, kind of how they're set up. And that goes back to that corridor where our volunteer central is, where they can bring in communion for the services. Then you walk in alongside of this, coming into the auditorium, and you can see how they've got part of the stadium seating framed. And as it's framed right there, they're working on getting ready to pour the concrete flooring for that, and then they will finish out the rest of the framing for the stadium seating. Just as a reminder, this front section here is all going to be flat seating with movable chairs, and that will enable us to be able to distance and space things and put them how they need to be, so that when we are able to actually meet back in person regularly, you won't have to worry about distancing. We will take every precaution necessary to make sure that you are safe as a part of this. I don't know if you can tell right here in the middle, there's a trench that's been cut. This was running all of the electrical and sound cabling for our sound booth to the stage. This is going to be a dynamic room where we're going to be able to share some dynamic hope with our community. Let's pause right there. I'll pick back up with you upstairs. So again, we now have stairs that enable us to go upstairs. And one of the cool things about being able to be in the middle of this project as we've been navigating all these new COVID-19 restrictions is not only do we have the cafe space downstairs with seating and tables and spacing for people to be in line down there, but because of the way that this building is set up, now we have also upstairs up here where if all of those tables are used and occupied, you can come grab a seat upstairs and still feel like you're just a part of everything as much as everyone else. So as we kind of come up our way here, we still got a couple of bathrooms that are framed out, and we have our multi-purpose room. This is a 2,000 square foot space that can be used from everything from teen worship nights to kids space during the morning to wedding receptions. And you can really get a feel now, since it's drywalled in, to be able to see, if we back up here again, just where these doors, so these two openings right here, this one and this one are glass garage doors that will open up so that if we want to have this entire space open, we can do that. If we need to close it off, we can. And again, this space right here, this is old racquetball glass that we're repurposing from the old racquetball courts. It'll be just a glass space to be able to bring in some cool lighting and some cool aesthetic there. You can really get a feel too. This is the older age kids classes up here, and you would come in and this is where you would check in your kids for the elementary age. They've got a couple of bathrooms here, and this is their main gathering space for the kids to be able to be in. There will be a stage over on this side over here for them to be able to have for their programming and be able to break off into smaller groups. And then for those of you who have kids and you volunteer on Sunday mornings and you're here for multiple services, those kids who are here for multiple services can attend kids service for one service, and then they can come hang out in this room here where there'll be video games or board games and different things as being overseen by an adult. So that's kind of what's been going on. I know you can't really see, but all the electrical has been done. That's a big deal. The plumbing is done. A lot of those key essential things that are very time consuming are done. We are pushing and moving full steam ahead. I cannot wait for us to finally meet and gather in this building to be able to use it as a tool to be able to impact our community.